Subliminal messaging and hypnotic control is the method and weapon used to control our original state of existence. This weapon is the three-dimensional illusion we call reality. The World Trade Center attack was a major trance inducement catalyzing the whole world into blind submission. The foundation of the three-dimensional reality is based on the structure of a beam of light. Taking one corner, a cornerstone, reveals the subliminal message built into the Rockefeller Plaza. This has been perpetuated throughout the world until its manifestation in New York City as the World Trade Center in Manhattan. This is the subliminal established within the rock under the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. The World Trade Center attack was a key tool used to establish the subliminal message that is meant to bring about the next 9/11 attack. Just as the rock on top of Mount Moriah, located under the Dome of the Rock, was patterned after one corner of the atom symbol, so too are the Western states. Observe closely the incredible likeness between the photograph of the rock and the 11 Western states located on the Rocky Mountains. When the 11 Western states are placed over the photograph of the rock, the similarities become even more pronounced. The top left corner shows the notch cut out for the Juan de Fuca Strait. The top border follows that of Canada. The lower right corner has two right angles cut in, similar to the southern border of New Mexico. The Pacific coastline follows the curve of the rock almost exactly. Now for a close-up view of the top half of the rock. The similarities are now compounded. Pay very close attention to the curves, cracks, and other formations upon the surface of this rock. Yellowstone National Park is a shrine to the gods of Olympus, as are all national parks, national monuments, national reserves, and national forests. Yellowstone is a play on words where yellow is holy in reverse. Yellowstone is holy stone. Snake River Canyon follows the inset curve and crack on the rock photograph exactly as it moves across the state of Idaho. This canyon was formed as the surface of the earth moved over the lava dome beneath. The Grand Teton Range is situated in the depression below Yellowstone Park. This area and the dark hollow to the right of the Grand Tetons follows the topography exactly. The Snake River Canyon leads to an area called Hell's Canyon. All these names have strong hypnotic suggestion attached to them. Yellowstone is holy stone. The Grand Tetons are the teats or breasts of the mother. The Snake River is the serpent. Hell's Canyon is the abyss, the abode of eternal damnation. The top edge of the rock photograph shows a perfect alignment with the Canadian border. Canada wasn't a country until 1867. The Dome of the Rock was constructed in 690 AD. This demonstrates that the elite knew about the western United States and Canada over 1,300 years ago. Mount Olympus, Washington is in the top left corner. The rock photograph relates to the original atom rock with its implied right angle and curve. The atom is symbolic of the core of all that appears as matter. In turn, the atom rock is symbolized in the shape and name of the Rockefeller Plaza and World Trade Center. Yet again, the shape and name is repeated subliminally in the Rocky Mountains of the western states. The Great Divide Basin is an opening in the Rocky Mountain Range. This basin coincides with the rectangular depression in the rock photograph. The Great Salt Lake and Salt Lake Desert match with the flat square-shaped depression in the upper state of Utah. This is the location of the Mormon Church in Salt Lake City. Salt is symbolic of death and is a term that refers to the soul or sun. In the area just below Mount Olympus, the earthquake zone of Seattle and the Pacific Northwest coincides with the cracks on the rock that lead to Snake River Canyon. One more location of interest on the rock photograph is the location of the prairie regions. On the left side of the Rocky Mountain perimeter line, the rock is virtually smooth, symbolizing the prairies. The bottom half of the rock reveals many interesting features. At this time we'll only point out a few. Study the formations before any indicators are put in place. Pay special attention to the location of the Four Corners Cross, the sharp corners of the southern New Mexico border, the round hole in southern California, and the big crack on the left central side of the photograph that extends through the center of California. The Rocky Mountain perimeter line extends down the right side of the rock photograph and breaks off into two forks, exactly as would appear on a topography map. The crack from San Francisco extends directly to Las Vegas. According to Islamic tradition, the hole in the area of Los Angeles is referred to as the Well of Souls. It's said that the voices of the dead can be heard with the sounds of the rivers of paradise. This is purposely associated with the area around Los Angeles and the tens of millions of people living there. The state of California relates to the location and shape of the Marriott Hotel in the World Trade Center that was crushed by the collapse of the Twin Towers. This short demonstration of the subliminal messages built into the shape, location, and story of the rock under the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem reveals the planned attack against humanity. If the subliminals would have been revealed before the World Trade Center attack occurred, that event would not have remained as part of our reality and would not have occurred. If you choose to use this information to escape the hypnotic trance, you will not experience the cataclysm.